Howdy, douchebags! Today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade pizza, and it's going to be a barbecue chicken from scratch. Okay, so first things first, what you'll need is some flour, yeast, spices, chicken breast, barbecue sauce. For our purposes, we're going to use Sweet Baby Ray's. Ding, ding, ding! You'll need cheese and a little bit of enthusiasm, because a little bit of enthusiasm and zeal for life goes a long way. Am I right, gang, or am I right? Alright, now that we've got our pregame going on here, let's get down to... Alright, we got the oven preheated to 375, which is approximately the inner temperature of hell and or my ex's vagina. We've got two boneless chicken breasts, filleted, no bones. For spices, we've got paprika, cayenne pepper, paprika, some chipotle chili pepper, and also some cumin, and paprika, and salt and pepper. You make me wanna shoot. Okay, yep, there it is. Now, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just make sure we get this chicken bacteria all over the place, because we want to. And being exposed to a little bit of bacteria every now and then is good for the immune system, you know? God wouldn't give it to us if He didn't want us to use it, which is exactly what I say about my penis. And we're gonna put these in the pan, and we're gonna use about a dollop of cayenne pepper. And you can decide what a dollop is. I don't really think anybody knows the meaning of that word, which is why no one ever uses it, except for pretension. Excuse me, I did not say that. Okay, a little bit of cumin, and we're gonna go ahead and use a liberal amount of paprika, and I don't mean liberal in the California sense. I mean just like, you know, use a lot. Okay, chipotle chili pepper. Take it kind of easy on that. So basically what we're going to end up with is something that looks like the charred remains of Auschwitz victims. Or Dachau or Bergen-Belsen, I'm really not sure. But unlike the Holocaust, it will taste good. Too soon? Yeah, probably. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. And just a little tiny bit of ground cumin. I'm really not sure how we pronounce that. I pronounce it cumin, just because of I like the association. I'm gonna go ahead and salt and pepper. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a rub, you know, just to show how much we love it. Rub it in. Do it exactly like you did it after school, in high school. When you're afraid your parents would walk in, you try to reach pot as quick as possible before your mom yelled dinner. Oh, I know what's up. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna give it a spank, just to tenderize the meat. You know, just give it a little spank, just like that cousin that you found strangely attractive and could never talk about it to anybody in your family. We're gonna give it a flip. That was highly specific, I know, but that's exactly what we do when we cook. We get specific. It's the only way to get it right. I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper the other side for no good reason. And we're going to go ahead and get another swap. Just tenderize the meat. Bad girl. That part's optional. You don't have to do that, but I just find it loosens up the flavors. So then we're going to go ahead and heat up the burner to a saute. And what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of singe the outside. We're going to heat up the outer layer and basically just create a slight glaze, if you want to call it that. We're not going to cook it the entire way on the surface here. What we're actually going to do is put it in the oven after a little bit. And while we're actually waiting for the newfangled electric burner to heat up, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little secret. It's a little bit shameful, but I actually really liked Three Doors Down. People say it's trailer trash butt rock, but it was a big part of my childhood. And next we're gonna go ahead and just take a baking sheet and cover it in tin foil. And also sit back and think about why you have a strange, slightly sexual attraction to mules. It's because they're half horse, half donkey. It's the best of both worlds. It's about time to go ahead and flip those chicken breasts so they don't get burned on both sides. As you can see, we're just going to pantomime like I actually flipped them. Because I already did that once and my computer froze. We're just going to pretend like that didn't happen. And we're getting closer. We're getting closer, fellas, fam, guys, girls, intersexuals, intersectionals, independents, Republicans, Democrats, academicians, collegiates. Alright, now that we've got a good sear on both sides of the chicken breast, we're going to go ahead and transfer them to a baking pan and put them in the oven in the middle rack at 375 for about 18 minutes, give or take. Depending on whether or not the apocalypse happens with Donald Trump in office. Okay, but enough political jokes. It's not a joke. The Trump tards will be triggered. Oh my god, he said triggered! Alright, and next we're gonna go ahead and finish making our dough. And, if you guys don't know how to do that yet, that's okay, because we're just gonna pretend like you do, and pretend like it's magic. Because it actually is. The magic of video editing. And while we're waiting for the dough to rise, we just sit here and think about the meaning of life. What do you think, Turkey? Okay, so first things first, what you'll need is some flour, yeast, spices, chicken breast, barbecue sauce. For our purposes, we're going to use Sweet Baby Ray's. Ding, ding, ding! You'll need cheese and a little bit of enthusiasm, because a little bit of enthusiasm and zeal for life goes a long way. Am I right, gang, or am I right? Alright, we're getting closer. So next we're going to go ahead and smear some Crisco or olive oil or elk semen or whatever you want onto a baking sheet. And this is what we're going to use to cook our here pizza. And so we've got that ready to go. And hopefully it won't stick onto the baking sheet like I'm stuck on my past. Now next we're just going to go ahead and crumble up our freshly cooked chicken breast into a bunch of pieces. Just like your love life, arguably. I'm not trying to make any presumptions here, but okay. Once we've got that done, and we've got our chicken crumble that is ready to go on our barbecue chicken pizza. You can go ahead and give it a taste. Yeah. Should taste alright, unless you suck. Which, yeah, if that's the case, then we'll work on it. Next, we're gonna heat up a few strips of bacon in the microwave for just a few minutes. They don't have to be fully cooked, because we're gonna put them in the oven later. But through the magic of video editing, we've already done that. And next, my beautiful little rapscallions, we're going to raise the temperature on the oven to, well, by 5 degrees to an entire 380 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. If it's Celsius, you know, you might just destroy your entire home. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and spread the dough onto the baking sheet. And instead of pizza sauce, we're going to use barbecue. Put your chicken on, then your cheese, and then on top of the cheese, you're going to crumble up the bacon that we just cooked. and you're going to bake it in the oven on the middle rack for approximately 22 minutes. Pull it out, and you are ready to go, my friends. So for a selection of cheeses, we're going to go ahead and use whatever the fuck you have, or whatever the fuck you want, you know? In my case, I used a combination of mozzarella and Colby Jack, and here's what it looks like. We went ahead and sprinkled the bacon over top of the cheese, and we put the chicken underneath the cheese. And if you can't follow that, I'm sorry. You may want to get your IQ tested. No offense. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and pop this little baby in the oven. That sounded wrong. Alright, and there we are, folks. The finished product. Look how beautiful and magical it looks. We're just going to do an awkward pause here for a little bit. For no good reason, except that, it amuses me.